Hello. I just got back. I went to the electric company today and fucking. I thought my gas was part of my electric. I guess not. So now I gotta figure out why there's no gas going into the fucking water heater. And oh no. And then I called my insurance company and I talked to an old man. Another old man, but this guy was kind of like he had really good positive energy, and then which is really good. It was really, I mean, it was nice feeling his energy. It was really, I could easily, it would be easy to crank up, I think, But then, he talks about all these different movies, and I can, and one of the movies he talked about is this alien from another planet. I forget what it's called, and it's like, and he says I'm similar to the alien from another planet, and it's weird. But what pops is what got me is the false positivity that he brings that I looked into. It's like, I mean, everything is about money, and he thinks that's positive. Everything should have a king, and he thinks that's positive. Everybody should, it's like having a mafia. It's like make believing that mafia should control everything about your life, and you provide you a job. So basically, you're just saying, everybody should be a slave and work your ass off to get part of it. It's like, and I question them. It's like, okay, a planet provides you food. A planet provides you water. Without water, you can't live. Without food, you can't live. So why should have one person control all the food? Why should one person control all the food and water? You know? I mean, it doesn't work that way. Sooner or later, the ones who control the food and water, they're gonna. I'm just sick of people like that. I'm sick of people who are so damn fucking greedy. But it's like, when you have control of food and water for so long, and then turn around, and then you can't provide food and water to these people, and then people will start getting angry. This is how you create war. This is how you fucking create war. This is how you fucking create fucking, chaos. Because when you control something, with your own greed, but you don't sustain it. If you can't sustain life and sustain nature itself, then it's not natural for somebody. When somebody is controlling everything, it's not natural. It's not nature itself. It's more of a chaos. Whoever controls the food controls the people. Whoever controls the water controls the people. you know and it's like when you're out of food, that's it, chaos. When you're if you can't let people grow gardens in their own fucking yard, then there's something wrong with this planet. You know there's something wrong with the people who don't want you to control grow food in your yard. I mean, it's like you could be self-sustained. Everybody should grow food in their yards. Anywhere, everywhere, every food should just be everywhere instead of being at certain places. Food should be just like walking down a road. You can go to an apple tree and just pick it and eat it. There should be an apple tree, grape trees, there are all kinds of trees. They should be all wild. I mean, everything should be wild. You should go outside and go pick it. Pick your food, you know? What you want to eat naturally, you know? But these people, these control freaks, that's what I call them. These control freaks who wants to be kings and leaders and all that bullshit don't like that. They rather give you unhealthy un unhealthy food. They rather give you poisonous water, you know, for their profit, you know. The old man kind of like, I mean, he was nice, yeah, I understand that, but this negativity of how he sees the world, that everybody should fall to that one person, you know, everybody should rely on that one person, give him a slave job, you know, according to his Jesus and all that bullshit, you know. I'm just fucking pissed off. I it was positive first, and then all of a sudden my fear just kicked in. I started feeling shaky from the guy, the way he act, and how he portrays life. Because to him, this life here, this negative life that he lives in, he thinks is the best life ever. But one thing he forgot about the rest of the people down below him. You know, the way Christians think, you know, they always think for themselves. You know, they never think about anybody around them. You know, they play this game. Oh yeah, I helped the poor. I helped this. I did this. You did one good thing, but I always ask the question: why? Why do you need to do good? Why do you need to help people? Why can't it? The planet itself provides. You know, why should we have to pay to provide? Why the planet provides? You know, why should you pay to have a house? You know, why should you pay to live in a house? Self-sufficient for individuals, you know? Why does it have to be an individual with self-sufficiency? Why do we have to care? Why can't it be? Why can't you build many houses for everyone instead of fucking building one house just for themselves? You know, making them believe that that's positive because it's for themselves only. You know, but it's not for everyone else. You know. And they can't build houses to coexist with they can build houses to coexist with the environment, but they don't want to build, they only want to build one house, you know, and they make it sound like it's a positive thing, you know. They forget the people below them, which pretty pisses me off, you know. Why do you need a king? I don't get that fucking shit. Why do you need a king to control all the slaves? That's basically what you're doing. I mean, you're starting another system, creating another. I mean, why do you need that? Why do you need employment? You know, what's the purpose of employment? What's the purpose of taxes? What's the purpose of you know, of regulating people like they're like numbers and they're robots, and you make it sound like it's a good thing, you know? You just basically you're just making everybody's life miserable. You know, the more you control on this planet, the more out of control it's gonna get. You know, I realize that the more you control, the more out of control, more chaos it's gonna get. Once you find out that you're out of this product and you're out of that product and you're out of this product and you don't have no other product, then expect chaos, because the ones who believe that they should be in control and be leaders of what their so-called future, you know, you guys, you're creating, you're building up a bubble, and you're going to create a chaos system, chaos with other people, because you don't know how to function with nature. If you can't function and coexist with nature itself, then you have a problem. I mean, you have a fucking problem. If you can't build an environment, you know, where you have natural food, natural wild food with real vitamins, real, you know, real vitamin, you know, real. I mean, real food, not the canned shit. You know, when the animals are going. When the animals going, you have to become a vegetarian, and you got to learn how to be a vegetarian, and you got to use them. You have to use everything in the environment, the trees, the roots. It's gonna be your cure. Your element, your food. Because the animals, you're not gonna have animals because you will not take care of. You don't take care of them. I'm just fucking pissed off because I hear this fake positive guy, and the fear just came right out of me. It was positive first, then all of a sudden I was shaking, and then I realized, how much negative he really is. I mean, he was really negative, and he sounds like he's positive, and it's like I almost got mad. I got mad because when I heard that, the way he look at life is only for his selfish greed and make other people slaves. In his positive way. Make people serve them. Basically, that's what it is. Everybody should serve them instead of why serve them. Why can't you serve everyone else instead? Everyone else should be served, not just that one person that should be served, giving the job. Because that's all it is service to themselves. They all they care about is service themselves. They don't care about nobody below them. I mean, that's why people who create this greed, this fucking greed, it just makes me sick just to hear it, sooner or later, greed is going to catch up with these people, whoever's controlling everything, whoever controls everything, it's going to, it's going to catch up. I'm tired of this. It drives me nuts when I hear a guy say the best time of your life is this day. It's always about him. There's nothing about anybody else around him. I'm just fucking can't believe that shit that I talk to. It's like the deception of positivity, the deception of slavery. Using having one person to become a king, and everybody becomes its slave. I'm sick of that shit, and we live like that. We live under. We're slave under all these leaders that lead us. We're all just fucking slaves, and that's how we live. And then, when you have nothing, that's it. You're done. I mean, you have nothing. For me, my future, I don't have a future in this world. I have no retirement. Like I said, I have no retirement. I have no. There's nothing guaranteed in this world. Only person that'll be happy is the one who serviced themselves. That's it. They're the ones who got the guarantee, not me. I'm just a fucking slave. Fucking doing my job for these fucking assholes that won't even share, won't even create a society that won't share, that won't coexist, won't become a family. That doesn't want to become a family. Greed, mind of a greedy person doesn't want a family. They create this fake family atmosphere, believing that they are family, but they're not really family. They're just for themselves, you know? More deceptions in this fucking world, you know? I thought I was a good talk with the guy at first, but now it's like I look at it, it's the opposite. It wasn't a good. It was a. It was a half good talk. I don't agree with him on everything. I actually don't agree with him on everything he says. He's lucky he's an old man. He won't see the next generation. Have a nice day.